What's up, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lucious Showcase. I am Lucious T, and for today's game, we're looking at a Super Famicom game that I was really looking forward to. So let's not waste any more time. Let's check it out. Gunple! 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 Gunman's Proof on the Super NES. Now, back when I was first learning about the Zelda hacks such as Parallel Worlds and the Goddess of Wisdom, I learned about Gunman's Proof and I learned about Marvelous and Other Treasure Island because chiefly they are basically using the Zelda engine. Now, I've heard Gunman's Proof called Zelda with guns. I would more say it's Earthbound meets Zelda in the Old West.
It's high noon.
Because it's just very zany. There's a storyline about aliens coming down. I don't know if this is just because of the translation, but the humor's pretty spot on at times. It takes place in the Old West. Gun mechanics are nice. You have different charge shots. You have different type of abilities you can use. But for the most part, this game is exceedingly easy. The dungeons themselves, if you can call them that, there's no locked doors, there's no puzzles to solve. You can find treasure, but it's really just that, treasure. Other various things, you can learn abilities from senseis to punch rocks. You get random carrots that drop that give you an invincible donkey ride for a limited amount of time. It's a lot of fun to play. There's really not much to it. It's a late release. It came out in '97, and I'm wagering that this is probably using the Zelda engine without Nintendo's expressed written consent, because the whole thing just seems cheap. The graphics look a little cheap. For a '97 release, you would think this game would look as gorgeous as Star Ocean or one of those later games, but no, this one looks crudely drawn together. It's not, I mean, it's smooth animation. There's definitely some cool things, but for the most part, it's very clearly a Zelda ripoff, but still a lot of fun to play. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Each one of the bosses is fun to fight against. They give you a nice, generous amount of lives. When you die in this game, you automatically get brought back to life. Music, while not exceedingly memorable, definitely fit the theme, and that was the thing that I thought they did the best job with. The theme in this game of the Old West is really nailed. Each one of the dungeons, it's not like your typical game where you have the fire, wind, ocean, kind of all those different themes where it's very easy to come up with different dungeons. These ones are all grounded in reality. So you have one that's an abandoned mine shaft. You got one that's an old west ghost town. You have another one that's just, the desert area. So they all make sense in the lore of where this place is. Now, this place is apparently some island, Old West Island. I don't know exactly. There's one part where you will get stuck, probably, which is you have to find the uppercut from Street Fighter, and that allows you to launch yourself up waterfalls. And the island for the guy that you have to find is hidden behind the little compass. But even then, they say he lives off the coast, and if you search long enough, it'd be impossible not to find it. The map looks huge, it looks really nice, but it's not as big as you think. That was the whole thing, is the whole game, it looks so massive, but it's really very small, which I didn't mind. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great game. Something that I could see myself going back through just for the hell of it. Would have used a little bit more challenge in the dungeons. It would have been nice if the treasures that you collected actually mattered. You get a grade at the end of the dungeon, which I didn't get an A at all. I don't know, whatever. That stuff drives me nuts anyways, giving me grades for going through it. If you're taking your time, it's impossible to get an A grade on a dungeon when you're playing it the first time. And that's what drives me nuts about these grading systems, is I just want to beat the damn thing. I don't care how fast you do it, alright, Jason? Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, great game. If I had to do it on a scale of emulate it, repro it, or skip it, it's definitely not a skip it. I'd say for me, because I'm such a huge fan of The Legend of Zelda, I was going to repro this game even if it was dog crap terrible. But it probably lands more on an emulate it. Once you play it, you're probably not going to want to come back to it again. There's really not that much replay value. It doesn't have any satisfying challenge kills, because the way when you respawn after you die, it just puts you back there. So if you're telling yourself, oh, I only have one life, maybe, but if you die, you get put right back where you were. So challenge-wise, there isn't really much of a sense of satisfaction. It's just like, oh, I did it, okay. Still, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Great game. The freaking cow guy is great. The aliens are pretty funny. They even throw in a sidekick girl character, which, you know, they're gonna go like, nice. And yeah, so as far as giving it a rating, I give it an 8. It's just an 8. 8, and emulate it or repro it. I'd land more on the repro side. All right, play it. That's your homework. And there you have it, Gunman's Proof. Great game. Pick it up. Now for a little state of the show update here. I got such a great response on the Mighty No. 9 video that I'm thinking of starting a new series called Retroactive, because I love my names, that focuses on more kind of current releases as well as whatever the hell I want in the past. And I just want to know if is that anything you'd be interested in? Would you like watching that? It's not likely going to be AAA titles like Overwatch. It'd be more like indie things such as Ori and the Blind Forest, Shovel Knight, etc., etc. Let me know in the comments if that'd be something you guys would be interested in. And also, for those of you who enjoyed watching my streams of XCOM 2 back in February, I am planning all next month to stream No Man's Sky, more or less because I know I'm going to be playing the hell out of it. So, if that's something you're interested in, check out my Twitch channel as well. Once again, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and... Oh wait, I was supposed to do that in the jacket. I don't even have a jacket. Anyways, take care.